Okay, so this is a very delicate topic, so I'ma tread lightly. Dancehall is dead. So it was the year 2000 in my early formative years. You know, the first time I discovered porn. Remember that feeling, guys? Remember? That was one of the many naughty things I discovered that I could enjoy without sound. And guess the kind of sound they are making, if you know what I mean. But there was one other naughty thing that was banned in my house that I couldn't hide or enjoy, sadly. And that thing was dancehall music. And yes, I couldn't afford an earpiece. I was like five years, man. Where am I going to get money to buy earpiece? And guys, to clarify, I didn't discover porn at the age of 5. Probably like 12, 13. Come on. 5, I didn't say that to spoil the plot of the story. You get me? Eh? Dancehall was banned in my house for many reasons, notably because of the images they portray and because of the lyrics. But as you know, what you are prevented from, you tend to be more inquisitive about. Just like a girl with a strict parent. You know how that shit goes, right? Well, some of you boys have been with one or two of them, you know. When they open the cage and they let it loose. Oh my god. Oh my god. So the little chance I got, I researched into those kind of music. Who got the keys to my man, when I think about these things, it brings back memories, man. I remember. You guys remember this song? I'm still in love with you. Oh my god, John Paul is good, man. Thank him, Shaggy. I'm the Mr. Bombastic, feeling fantastic. Come on, get the road. At 2001, wine kids, they won't understand. They won't understand. Guys, I'm talking as a 90s kid. So obviously, the people older than me will say they were better dancehall music and stuff. See, one of my all-time favorite dancehall was nothing, nothing. Ah! Tell them it's nothing no go so. But from you never if make no price on your wet. Oh, okay. That's what he meant. Wow. Okay, now I understand my mother. Wow. You know, life was simple back then, man. I never used to understand the lyrics. The vibe was always on point. Which begs to ask the question, where did dancehall go? Wait, is it because life was simpler then that we used to enjoy the music more? Or dancehall is the same? Or the hype has reduced? Or it's just the perception in our mind still around? But hey guys, no lie, that era of dancehall was goated. Okay, now it's the decade 1970s where reggae is the peak music at that time. I don't know who first came up with reggae music, but it originated from Jamaica, a country with quite a small population but a big engine, and inspiring musicians around the world. You know, the late 70s and the late 80s was the time for conscious music and all those things, man. You know, you wake up here, redemption, you hear that, emancipate yourself. We get it, we have emancipated ourselves, but you know, we want to, you know, expand the rhythm, man. Look at the size of my head. Does it look like any cup will fit? Hey, see, I'm not saying reggae music is boring, but you know, compared to it requires lesser energy. You get it. I'm sorry, Lucky Dube. Dancehall originated from reggae music though. So there was an idea. A new revolution of music started by the most unsuspected people, the DJs. And so just like the DJs, they were trying to make money and they were trying to look for ways and means to entertain the crowd by chants and taunts, creating a style of music called dancehall. King Yellow Man. And as you know, as it started picking up, the civilized people saw this and were like, no, that's ghetto blood, ghetto. Guys, I don't know how to speak patois. If you're offended by my patois, just drink some water, you know. We're saying that this type of music is vulgar and immoral. Well, I didn't agree fully until I saw Daggering. Wow. Oh my god. If you see this Jamaican dancing, see, here. Don't you hate when this thing happens? Well, come on, if I wasn't 18, would I be there? you know. What helped popularize dancehall more was the emergence of new sound systems and DJs which are now legends. People like Yellowman, Supercar, Shabarangs.
Champion, we are a champion.
They became like this with the genre of dancehall because they subscribed to dancehall music, just like the way you subscribe to this channel. I beg you. You want to be a legend? In the 1980s and 1990s, that's when dancehall became mainstream. Dancehall was sneaked in through hip hop by people like Sean Paul.
Get busy, just shake that booty non-stop when the beat drop, just keep swinging it.
Beanie Man, Shaggy. Oh, those people. Go there. Come on, who can tell the difference between these two? To me, Sean Paul is my dancehall goat. I don't. He's the goat. Yes, dancehall was already great, but yo, Sean Paul was different. And as you can tell from previous plays, you can see that the dancehall rhythm has evolved too. The progression this guy used to use, like I haven't heard it in dancehall before. So, what happened to dancehall? Why is there the perception that dancehall is dead? Well, just like energy, it can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. That's the same for dancehall. It has evolved. But here are some factors why people believe it is dead. As you can see from the beginning, it's in quotes. That means I wasn't the one who was saying it. People were. Peace. So I'll give you guys reasons why. Repetition. Even though dancehall is fire, it became stale and repetitive at a point. Like same beat, same lyrics.
Well, I don't really care what people say.
Recycled all over and over and over. Yeah, well, that's not the new music. But I guess the main aim was to dance and have a good time and. I mean, if I see breasts for the 789 millionth time, I'll still smile. But there can also be the counter argument that is what makes dancehall unique. Dancehall prides itself in the consistency of its rhythm.
Who got the keys to my bima? Who am I?
Straying too far away from the rhythm might alienate fans. You know, I laughed when I saw this argument, but I was like, you know, let me just play the devil's advocate and try to understand where they're coming from. If you go back to history, you see that dancehall was there to bring energy inside the crowd, to entertain the crowd, which was mostly done by the DJs, history, and the sound systems, not to forget. Meaning, live performances were a huge factor in dancehall. I mean, how can I go and dagger online? I need to climb the tree and jump! No, I found everything. So a whole year of not performing could do a lot, probably. And so was all the other genres too. Everybody was home, so this argument doesn't really stand. The third argument is dancehall is not the same anymore. You know, the 1990s 2000 dancehall music is goated, man, and it will always and forever be goated. Like, man, I'm kind of siding with this argument too. I'm kind of siding with it too. All the counter arguments could also be made that we used to live in simpler times and no responsibilities. And most people were in their formative years, so you tend to enjoy music more in your formative years and simpler times. But I don't really think it was simpler times, so or just like the young ones who go and say music is not the same anymore. My father is saying music is not the same, and my grandfather is saying that music is not the same anymore. But they are still goated dancehall artists, keeping the dancehall music alive. Honorable mentions Vibes Cartel, PopCaan, Movado, Spice, Busy Signal, Alkaline. Hey guys, I know in recent times Shatta has been a little, all over the place, but don't mess with that guy. That guy is really, really talented. Girl from Guyana, let me take it to the island. Hey!
Girl from Guyana, say Shatta, you is a fireman.
Like I said, these people are still holding dancehall down, but they are not from this current generation. They are from previous, so the argument still stands. But there's also a new queen in town who is doing very well.
Can't tell me what you do.
Chancia. Oh, wow, I love it. Well, Coffee 2 is doing very well. What the last argument raised is that the introduction of a genre we call, you guessed it, Afrobeats. Afrobeats is kind of like the new pop, overtaking every single genre. Well, this genre is claimed to be more dynamic, drawing people to it, while it can inculcate other genres, making it something we like to call Afrofusion. While this might also be true, dancehall is also a genre that has adapted and evolved over time. Like I said, energy cannot be created or destroyed, but transformed from one form to another. So is dancehall dead? The answer is no. It's in a phase, just like pop. Well, it will come back later. Well, the real question is, as to whether we'll get the 1990s and 2000 type of dancehall music again, time will tell. I mean, you see? See, I can't even mention all the dancehall songs in the world. And like I said, every generation will say in their time their music was better, in their time dancehall was better, but time will tell. But what do you think, guys? Is dancehall dead?